Listen closely, because what you're about to hear could redefine your understanding of healthy aging. You, like many others, probably believe that daily walks are the ultimate key to staying vibrant after 70. But what if that very belief is subtly undermining your long-term well-being? It's a startling truth, but doctors are now raising alarms. Relying solely on walking could be accelerating the aging process itself. Think about it. Are you truly addressing all your body's needs? Or could this be leading to gradual muscle loss, increasing joint strain, and a higher risk of debilitating falls? The good news is there's a solution. It involves not just how you move, but what other crucial elements you're incorporating into your routine. Over the next few minutes, we'll dive into the 5 key areas that become non-negotiable after 70, the real secrets to maintaining your strength, energy, and independence. And I urge you to stay until the very end, because the last one, that's the game changer. It's the one almost nobody talks about, yet it holds the key to unlocking true longevity. 1. Strength training to preserve muscle mass. Walking is a great way to stay mobile, but if it's the only thing you're doing, you could be setting yourself up for muscle loss. After 70, sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass, becomes one of the biggest threats to independence. The problem is that walking alone doesn't do much to build muscle. It primarily engages the lower body, and even then, it doesn't provide the kind of resistance your muscles need to stay strong. That's why doctors now emphasize that after 70, strength training should be a top priority, because it directly counteracts muscle loss, improves balance, and keeps you strong enough to avoid injuries and falls. If you can still carry a heavy grocery bag without struggling, stand up from a chair without using your hands, or open a tight jar with ease, that's a great sign your muscles are still working well. But if you've noticed that these simple tasks feel harder than they used to, it's likely because your muscles are gradually weakening, even if you don't realize it. And the reality is, if you don't actively work to maintain your strength, your body will start losing it. Take someone like Robert, 74. He walked every day thinking that was enough to keep him healthy, but one day he noticed he was struggling to lift a box that used to feel light. He also realized that standing up from the couch felt more difficult than before. At first, he blamed it on aging, but then his doctor explained that muscle loss wasn't just something that happened. It was something that happened faster if you didn't challenge your muscles. So he started adding basic strength exercises into his routine. Light resistance bands, bodyweight squats, and simple dumbbell movements. Within a few months, he noticed a huge difference. He felt stronger, more stable, and even had more energy throughout the day. Strength training doesn't mean lifting heavy weights at the gym. It can be as simple as using resistance bands, doing bodyweight exercises like squats or push-ups against a counter, or even lifting household objects. The key is progressive resistance, challenging your muscles just enough to keep them active and engaged. And the benefits go far beyond just strength. Studies show that maintaining muscle mass is directly linked to longer life expectancy, better mobility, and even improved brain health. If you want to test where your strength is at right now, try this. Sit in a chair and stand up without using your hands. If you can do this easily, that's a great sign. If you struggle, it may be time to start focusing on rebuilding your strength. And the good news, it's never too late. Strength training can reverse muscle loss, improve balance, and keep you independent for years to come. So, if you're someone who still relies only on walking for exercise, consider this your wake-up call. Muscle is the key to longevity, and after 70, it's one of the most important things you can protect. 2. Balance and stability exercises to prevent falls. Now let's talk about something just as crucial as strength, something that walking alone often overlooks: balance. You see, walking keeps you moving, but it doesn't always improve your balance, and that's something most people don't realize until it's too late. After 70, fall prevention becomes one of the most important aspects of staying healthy and independent. Falls are one of the leading causes of serious injury in older adults, and many falls happen not because of weak legs, but because of poor balance. If you aren't actively training your balance, you might be unknowingly increasing your risk of stumbles, trips, and dangerous falls. You might think, I've been walking my whole life, so my balance must be fine. But balance isn't something that stays strong automatically. It's something that gradually declines unless you actively work on it. Walking doesn't challenge the small stabilizing muscles in your feet, ankles, and core the way balance-specific exercises do. And if your balance weakens, even a small misstep can lead to a fall that takes months or even years to recover from. Think about the last time you stood on one foot while putting on a sock or tried reaching for something on a high shelf. Did you feel steady or did you have to grab onto something? Many people don't realize their balance is slipping until they experience a near fall, one that leaves them shaken up and cautious with every step. That's what happened to someone like Edward, 76. He was always active, but one day while stepping off a curb, his foot landed at an odd angle, and he suddenly lost his balance. He caught himself just in time, but that moment made him realize how vulnerable he had become. His doctor told him that simple balance exercises, like standing on one foot, shifting his weight side to side, and practicing controlled movements, could help rebuild his stability. Within weeks, he noticed that he felt stronger, steadier, and more confident in his movements. Balance exercises don't require a gym or special equipment. Simple movements like standing on one foot, walking heel to toe in a straight line, or practicing slow controlled weight shifts can dramatically improve your stability. And the benefits go beyond just avoiding falls. Better balance means better posture, stronger reflexes, and even improved coordination, making every movement feel more effortless and controlled. If you want to test your balance, try this. Stand near a counter for safety and lift one foot off the ground. See if you can hold your balance for at least 10 seconds. If this feels easy, that's a great sign. If you struggle, it's a sign that your balance may need some work, and the sooner you start, the better. Balance is one of those things that you don't think about until it's too late, but training it now can keep you strong and independent for years to come. So if you've been focusing only on walking, it's time to start prioritizing balance. Because the best way to prevent a fall isn't just to stay active. It's to train your body to stay steady. 3. Flexibility and mobility exercises to keep joints healthy. Now let's move on to a vital aspect of healthy aging that walking alone simply can't address: flexibility and mobility. Walking may keep your legs moving, but it doesn't do much for your flexibility, and that's something that becomes critically important after 70. You see, as we age, our joints naturally stiffen and our range of motion decreases. You might have noticed that movements that once felt effortless now feel restricted. Perhaps turning your head feels tighter than before, or bending down to tie your shoes isn't as easy as it used to be. These are signs that your flexibility is declining. And when your mobility starts to shrink, so does your independence. The problem is that many people don't realize how important mobility is until they start losing it. Walking alone doesn't stretch the muscles fully, nor does it engage all the different movement patterns your joints need to stay functional. That's why doctors now emphasize that after 70, dedicating time to flexibility and mobility exercises is just as important as staying active, because it's what allows you to keep doing daily activities without discomfort or strain. Think about the last time you reached for something in the back seat of your car or tried to put on a jacket. Did it feel smooth or did you notice stiffness? Many people ignore these small changes, thinking they're just a part of aging. But what's really happening is that the muscles and connective tissues are tightening over time, reducing flexibility little by little. Take Walter, for example. At 78, he was still walking daily, but over time he noticed that getting out of bed in the morning felt stiffer than before. When he reached for something on the floor, he had to bend his knees more than usual. His doctor explained that this loss of mobility wasn't just about getting older, it was about not using his joints to their full range of motion. So he started incorporating gentle stretching, controlled movements, and joint exercises into his daily routine. Within weeks, he felt looser, more comfortable, and even noticed an improvement in his posture. Flexibility exercises don't just mean sitting down and touching your toes for 10 seconds. Dynamic stretches, controlled rotations, and gentle yoga-inspired movements can make a world of difference. Simple activities like neck rotations, shoulder rolls, knee-to-chest stretches, or ankle circles help keep your joints lubricated and pain-free. And the benefits go far beyond just feeling less stiff. Greater flexibility means fewer aches and pains, better circulation, improved posture, and even a lower risk of falls. If you want to test your flexibility, try this. Stand up straight and slowly turn your head as far as you can to one side, then the other. Does it feel smooth or do you feel tightness? If you notice restrictions, it's a sign that your flexibility is decreasing, and now is the time to do something about it. Mobility loss is not inevitable. With just a few minutes a day of focused stretching, you can keep your body feeling younger, more mobile, and pain-free for years to come. So if walking is your main form of exercise, it's time to start focusing on flexibility too. Keeping your joints loose and your movement smooth is one of the most important things you can do to stay active and independent after 70. Core and posture exercises to protect your spine. Now let's talk about something that walking alone doesn't significantly improve. Core strength and posture. While walking keeps your legs moving, it doesn't do much for your core or the way you hold your body, and these become increasingly important after 70. A strong core is about more than just having toned abs. It's about providing stability for your entire body, preventing back pain, and maintaining proper spinal alignment as you move. If your core muscles are weak, you might start experiencing lower back discomfort, balance problems, or a tendency to hunch forward when walking. All of these can increase your risk of falls and put unnecessary strain on your joints over time. Most people don't realize how critical postural strength is until they start feeling aches and pains that weren't there before. If you've noticed that you're slouching more, feeling stiffness in your lower back, or having trouble standing upright for long periods, that's a sign that your core muscles aren't doing their job. Walking alone doesn't fully engage the deep stabilizing muscles in your abdomen and lower back, which is why doctors emphasize that after 70, core and posture exercises should become a priority. Consider someone like Harold, 75. He was always active, but over the years he noticed his shoulders rounding forward and his lower back feeling more strained. Even though he walked daily, his doctor explained that poor posture was putting extra pressure on his spine and joints, leading to chronic stiffness and an increased risk of imbalance. So he started incorporating gentle core activation exercises into his routine, such as seated pelvic tilts, standing posture resets, and abdominal bracing. Within a few weeks, he noticed less back pain, better posture, and even improved breathing capacity. Core exercises don't require a gym or any special equipment. Simple movements like standing tall against a wall, engaging your lower abs while sitting, or practicing slow, controlled torso rotations can activate the deep, stabilizing muscles that keep your spine aligned. And the benefits go beyond just posture. A strong core means better balance, reduced joint strain, and even improved digestion, since your abdominal muscles play a role in supporting your internal organs. If you want to test your core strength, try this. Stand against a wall with your back flat and your head, shoulders, and hips touching the surface. Can you maintain this position comfortably, or does it feel like you have to force yourself upright? If it feels unnatural, that's a sign that your posture may need work. And the sooner you start strengthening your core, the better. Good posture and core strength are essential for staying active, avoiding injuries, and maintaining a youthful appearance. So if you've been relying only on walking for exercise, it's time to focus on the muscles that truly keep you upright and strong. 5. Joint protection and low-impact movements to reduce strain. And finally, let's address a critical concern for those over 70, joint protection and the importance of low-impact movements. Walking is indeed a wonderful way to stay active, but if it's your only form of movement, it can start placing undue stress on your joints. As we age, the cartilage that cushions our joints naturally wears down, and the synovial fluid that lubricates them decreases, reducing shock absorption. This is why many older adults begin to experience stiff knees, aching hips, or discomfort in their feet, even if they've been active throughout their lives. The issue isn't necessarily the walking itself, but rather that walking alone doesn't provide the comprehensive joint support that your body needs, especially as you get older. Many people mistakenly assume that joint pain is an inevitable part of aging. However, in reality, stiffness and discomfort can be accelerated by failing to actively protect your joints. Walking, because it involves repetitive impact on the same joints over and over, can sometimes exacerbate these issues. That's why doctors now advise that after 70, it's often beneficial to reduce the emphasis on walking as the primary exercise and focus more on incorporating low-impact movements that strengthen and protect your joints. Think about the last time you finished a long walk. Did you feel energized and pain-free, or did you notice aching joints, stiffness, or a lingering sense of discomfort? If walking frequently leaves you feeling sore, it's a clear sign that your joints may not be getting the support they require. This is precisely what happened to someone like Raymond, 77. He had been a dedicated walker for years, believing it was the best thing for his health. But over time, he began to experience persistent knee stiffness and lower back pain. His doctor explained that he needed to lessen the repetitive impact on his joints and start including low-impact activities in his routine. He began incorporating gentle swimming, cycling, and flexibility-focused exercises into his week. Within a few weeks, his joint pain decreased significantly, and he was able to maintain his activity levels without the discomfort he had previously experienced. Joint-friendly movements encompass a wide range of activities, including water exercises, cycling, tai chi, and even simple chair-based stretches. These activities help to increase blood flow to the joints, promote lubrication, and strengthen the surrounding muscles, all without placing excessive stress on sensitive areas. And the benefits extend far beyond just pain relief. Protecting your joints proactively can lead to improved mobility, reduced stiffness, and greater ease of movement for many years to come. If you want to get an idea of how your joints are doing, try this. Sit in a chair and slowly stand up without using your hands, paying close attention to how your knees and hips feel. Do they move smoothly, or do you notice any stiffness or aching? Any discomfort is your body's way of telling you that your joints need more care and attention, and transitioning to low-impact movements could make a significant difference. Ultimately, maintaining strong, healthy joints is about much more than just avoiding pain. It's about preserving your mobility, protecting your independence, and ensuring that every step you take feels effortless and enjoyable, rather than painful and burdensome. So if you've been focusing primarily on walking for exercise, it's time to prioritize your joint health and start incorporating movements that support and enhance joint function rather than potentially harming them. So to wrap things up, if you're over 70, it's crucial to understand that healthy aging isn't just about putting in more steps. It's about a holistic approach that protects your muscle mass, enhances your balance, boosts your flexibility, strengthens your core, and minimizes strain on your joints. Instead of focusing solely on walking, shift your attention to incorporating a variety of targeted exercises into your routine. Remember, aging doesn't automatically mean slowing down. Your body has an incredible capacity to adapt and improve, regardless of your age. Whether you need to rebuild strength, enhance your balance, increase your flexibility, or improve your posture, small, consistent changes in your exercise habits can make a profound difference in how you move, how you feel, and how long you maintain your independence. The key is to start now and be consistent. Muscle loss, balance issues, and joint stiffness don't happen overnight. They develop gradually. But that also means you have the power to slow down or even reverse these processes. By making these changes, you're not just adding years to your life, but more importantly, you're adding life to your years.